right. Uh, Before I start this, uh, I want to make it clear, it's not a retirement video. It's not a goodbye. It's not a um, it's not anything dramatic, despite of the music might insinuate. Um, I'm I'm just sharing music that I've been listening to lately. Um, this music kind of keeps me focused, so I'm gonna need that for this video, which is also why you're not seeing me playing something. You're not watching former gameplay or anything like that. In fact, if you're tuning into this video, I think the best you can do is genuinely put your phone away, close the tab or minimize it, do something else. It's purely the message that's important, and it's one that might not really hit you on a personal scale, but nonetheless, want to share it. Over the last couple of weeks, I have been less and less prevalent online. I uploaded a shit ton of videos, and I actually had one that was planned to release today, but I scrapped that and made this instead. The reason for that is I released a shit ton of songs on SoundCloud. They're not a representation of what I've gone through or how I feel, except one of those songs is a freestyle, and I feel insanely uncomfortable uploading shit like that because I'm not naturally a rapper. I have a rapper's mind lyrically. Freestyle wise, I can come up with things. I just lack the ability to rap it straight up. But I'm arrogant enough to say that I am a wordsmith. I've written a lot of good things, a lot of things that have been used by actual artists. I just don't want to take credit for. You see, that's the thing. I've been talking so much about authenticity. I've been talking about being real. I've been talking about showing who you are, right? Come as you are. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who no fucking clue who I am. No matter how much I sit and talk to this microphone, no matter how many videos I upload or how many hangouts that I do, because it's a version of who I am. They're not in my head when I rest my head on my pillow. They're not in my head when I wake up in the morning. They're not in my head when the silence hits and I sit with myself and go through things. And I've needed that. I've needed those moments. I've needed the isolation. I've needed to sit and go through everything and process a lot. What I'm about to say will come off as a double standard compared to the videos that I've made in the past. I've talked a lot about authenticity. I've talked a lot about being real. For a lot of people, what I'm about to say will come off as like, well, so you weren't real? No, I was exceptionally real through and through. Because I believe with every video that I've done, there's not a script. It's not a plan. It's not like I've sat and been like, oh, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do that. No, if I've done a Tomodachi video, it's because I wanted to play Tomodachi. I wanted to play Forza or NBA or whatever it is. My mind does it in the moment. That's what makes it authentic. I don't sit and plan what I'm about to say or the topic that I'm about to touch upon. And because of that, I am in my feelings, I'm in the now, which you can't filter. You can think on your feet and you can try to filter yourself, and that's what I've done. You know, I've called myself out on that. On multiple occasions, I have sat for a video, and if you go back and you listen to all of the videos that I do, the majority of them, always there's a minimum of at least 2 or 3. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing for how I feel. I apologize for the worldview that I have. I apologize for somebody potentially taking something that I say and take it to heart. That's where I've lost myself. For the last couple of years, it's not even months, I have been surrounding myself with people where I know if you say the wrong thing, even if you say the right thing, it will come off as wrong. It will be taken as a negative. It will be taken as a blame. I've had to tiptoe around people to not hurt their feelings. And that's empathy. That's consideration. It is adapting to your environment. And I don't have an issue with that. Normally. What you need to understand and decide that you don't see is the people that I have in my outside life, the people that I have on my offline side of things. We're so direct to the point where we intentionally hurt each other to get the point across. It's how we function. It's how we were born and raised. No bullshit. And for me, you know, I had a mix of that. I have spoken a little bit about my grandfather and my father, and there was not a lot of love language. There was not a lot of intimacy. There wasn't a lot of, I love you, kid. There was a lot of unspoken love. I think that's why effort and proof is important to me, because I was born and raised in a way where you earn your keep, plant your seeds, and it's your responsibility to make sure that they grow and that they are nurtured and they bloom. And the result that you're going to get is hopefully what you desire. I don't know if you heard that disconnect on my end. If you did, I do apologize. Something disconnected on my PC. If not, take no notice of it. But I think it's also like the realest fucking thing in the world. Like, I have no issue with that. And it made me recognize and understand that hard work is necessary for you to succeed. It made my work ethic the way that it is, that if I don't put in the work, I don't fucking deserve to get the praise. I don't deserve to get the recognition. It's not a fucking team effort. Right? And it's the same thing, like I apply it in everything, in a friendship. Like, fuck if I'm a better friend. Oh, so I can sit and be holier than thou and tell myself that I'm a better person? No, because like at the end of the day, I'm still gonna lose. Because if I'm putting all of this effort in, and all this time and all this investment into somebody, and they don't reciprocate it or show gratitude towards it, yeah, sure, I can sit back and be like, oh, I did all these things and look at how great I was. It's not the result that I wanted, right? That's why we get fatigued. That's why when we put in a lot of work and it doesn't get recognized, we are feeling upset, right? And that's not to say that you should only focus on yourself, but the individual part, what you put in, has to correlate and connect to the output that you're hoping that you're going to get. I think a lot of people have lost sight of that. I think a lot of people are looking at the individual reward and the individual gain that they can get from certain type of things. That's why, you know, I want that. There's one thing that I really want to make clear, especially with what I'm about to say. If I leave something or someone, it is not because that I don't trust or love the thing or the people that I'm leaving behind, even if it's just temporarily. It's not that I don't trust them, it's not that I don't believe that they can't help me, but it's because I want to be the best possible version that I can to them. That's not because I'm afraid of being vulnerable and take their hand if they reach out. It's not because I don't believe that they can't provide anything. But you see, it's the same thing. I don't look at the individual gain. I look at what are we doing as a team. And there's nothing wrong with switching between carrying the load and who provides the most and all of these things. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm weak. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm defeated. I've been defeated so many times in life that shit, it's almost a force of habit at this point. Like, I've worked fucking 10 years straight without getting to the points that I wanted, and, you know, been gaslit and told, oh, if you just keep up the hard work, it's gonna pan out for you someday, kid. And it never did, until the job that I have now, where I took 3 leaps and got a significant pay raise, and I'm having a work that I'm pretty content with. So I'm used to it, but I didn't let it define me. I didn't let me look at the world and be like, oh, work fucking sucks all the time and have to sit and bitch and moan about it to everybody. Why would I bring that negative energy? That's where the teamwork comes in, where I know, okay, I have these people that can elevate me and help me, right? Because you see, the other side of the coin is that it's self-destructive, right? Just because one thing is going wrong in your life doesn't mean, and it could be multiple things for that matter. I've been in that. Sick mother, broken relationship, frustration at work, right? But if I know and I'm certain in my heart that there's one thing that I won't lose for anything in this world, I will not allow that to slip away. I will not allow that to leave. It's the same like train of thought that I have when it comes to family and stuff like that. I think, you know, the one differential that I have is when it's a relationship or like an intimate relationship, so romantically, someone you're with, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, fiance, whatever. That's where the dynamic is different. Like I don't like if you're out in a spot where you are so deep in the shit that you want to take distance from that person, it's a really, really serious matter to me, because that person should be your rock. It should be your foundation. The truth of the matter is that people go to the spots that they are most comfortable, and usually what that means in times of distress and difficult times is the place that you can hide in plain sight, that someone is protecting you. And for me, that should always be your partner, if you have one. You know, you should know and feel that no matter the mood, no matter where you are in life, they will always have your back. They want to be there for the ugly and they want to be there for the beautiful. They want to be there for the bad and they want to be there for the good. I'm not much of a believer in marriage, but through sickness and through health, till death do us part is a beautiful concept that I believe you can live without a marriage. And that's just the way that I'm wired. The reason why I'm mentioning that, not necessarily the romantic part, but just so you understand who I am conceptually as a person, is that there is a difference between that and family and friends. Because it's not the same commitment, it's not the same agreement, it's not the same setting that you have in terms of that relation. And that is probably why I have to say it as it is. I will be going away for a while. I've already started that, and I made that video 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it was an angry fucking video. It was not a gentle one. I don't want to shy away from why, but I recognize that it will do so much damage, considering the people that I have in my life. Once again, I'm doing this little protectional job, making sure that people don't get hurt, people don't think that I'm talking about them or referring to them, but it is a direct aim, 100%. The majority of the people that I have in my life are very, very prevalent on the internet when it comes to my online. Well, shit, it makes sense. But in the sense of they are having a big focus on community, group activities, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all this arbitrary shit. That's not to say that Discord is arbitrary, but how real is it truly? It's not to take anything away from online relationships, because I have some that I value incredibly much, and some people that I even consider family, but it doesn't change the fact that it is not as deep, and it never can be until it's more in the real world of things, where the mask has to come off, where the fake laugh has to disappear, where I look you in the eye, and if you tell me that you're feeling great, but I could see your eyes are deflecting, or your mouth is twitching, or your nostrils are expanding, I can see wrinkles between your eyes, on the bridge of your nose, I know that you're lying, and I don't have to confront you with it, but it's real. Catch you in real time. That is fundamental to me. It's what I do almost daily basis, and I've been clocked on this shit too. And truth be told, the last couple of weeks I tried to shake it off my back and just be like, you know what, it's just a down period, it's okay. I've had some shit going on in my life. I'm not gonna sit here and make this like a therapy session, but there's been stuff going on. People that have genuinely fucking disappointed me. And this is not just online, it's overall. And there's been things in terms of my blood relatives that has also been a disturbing factor. So I've had multiple things to deal with, and I tried the approach of being like, okay, multiple negatives doesn't have to be overall negative, and I tried to use what I had offline, online, As I've mentioned in one of my previous videos, I did have substance abuse, and it started to be more prevalent for me to wanting to go back. And there's been some demons that have been more it's been shouting a little bit louder lately. That's why I went back to MMA. I've been in pretty immense amount of pain throughout last week. But I need it. Most people won't understand that, and that's completely okay. I'm not expecting you to. But there's certain things that I need to do. And I've had some unresolved things hanging in the air. Putting my faith, my trust in people to prove to me that what I have, it's not even what I've given. Yeah, it's not even what I've given. It's it's what they've given me. I've often spoken about the metaphor of blueprints, right? Those being the intention of people's intentions and what they want to accomplish. And I have a little anecdote here that I would love to share. The way that I see it, right? The way that we are fundamentally and naturally as people is that we will never go in with the thought that we're not a priority to the ones that we love. We believe strongly that when someone that we love and someone who claims that they love us, that they will do whatever it takes to prove that, right? And for that reason, we're more forgiving, we're more lenient, we trust them, we hope that we will never lose that connection, right? And I've said this many times, if you're real with me and I can see that your intentions were pure, and there's some rationality behind the things that you do, then I will forgive you. I will give you chances, but I am also the person that, don't you ever fucking get that twisted. I am never, ever going to forget when you put a chink in that armor. That shit does not disappear. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna hold it against you, but I will. But not in the way that most people think, where it's manipulation, it's bringing up bullshit. Well, first of all, right, here's the thing. Usually, in the majority cases of when quote unquote old shit resurfaces, it's because there's a pattern to it. It's either weaponized to keep you down, or it's used rationally and logically because you're keeping on doing the same exact shit. It becomes a pattern. If it's weaponized and used for manipulation, absolutely fucking no-go. But why the fuck would I ever do that to someone that I love? And that's the thing. I used to do that to people I didn't love because it gave me power. It gave me a mental edge and basically an emotional hammer and a spear to go in and hammer their fucking hand every single time that they did something that they shouldn't. A spear that I could twist and turn into the wound that they already had based on my reaction. I don't do that to the people that I love. No. I do that to the people that I love in the sense of bringing shit up. If it's a pattern, if I start to see that it becomes low-key you being the manipulator, you not being the one true to your word, you not being the one who's able to carry your end of the deal when you have sold me this blueprint. Because here's the thing, we usually start with one blueprint, right? And hey, we're all gamers here, so let's make this little example, right? Nobody seems to be an original anymore, so, and it's the same thing with Minecraft, right? Oh, God, oh, look at what I built, isn't it beautiful? You followed a fucking tutorial, right? It's so rare. So let's say we pull up the fucking tutorial and we outline the house we're about to build together in our beautiful little Minecraft world. That's the blueprint, right? And if I start to build and build and build, but you don't log on for weeks, you have signed on this blueprint, I will come easy at first, and I will ask, hey, so we agreed on this, and like, have you changed your mind, or what's going on? Like, is there anything I can help you with? Is there anything that takes your time away from your investment and effort into this blueprint that we agreed to work on? More often than not, because people are fucking cowards. And I say this full fucking feet on the ground. I've done this myself. We're afraid, scared that we've hurt somebody that we don't want to lose. And that could be for whatever reason. If it's a manipulative game, manipulative game, it's because we're about to lose a resource, right? If it's genuine love, it's because we're afraid to lose somebody that we care for, and we've just prioritized in a way where it just didn't fit with the plans that we had, right? So I'll always come asking, not judging. I'll always come questioning, not yelling. And then here's where the I'm sorry, I sound like a fucking maniac. The reason is that I've gone through this for months, not only one place. So you go on, you ask, and immediately what do? What do? They start drawing up a new blueprint, better plannings, better ideas, expansions, more effort, more time, more of this, more that, and they present this to you, and you look at it, and because you're not judgmental and you're not on your fucking awareness, you look at it and you go, oh my god, that's way better. We sign it, right? Lo and behold, time passes. You look at your planning table, and now you have two blueprints. One that was bare minimum, a total agreement between two people. And then now you look at the other one, and you're like, wait, okay, yeah, it's a bigger project and it's more time consuming, but they were the one who pitched it. Why the fuck have I built half of this shit on my own now? Like, that's just so wrong. So I am now starting to see patterns, right? And we can all make mistakes, multiple mistakes. But now I'm aware. I'm starting to read you. I'm starting to see, what have you done? What's your movement like? Why am I not a priority? Because there's two things here, right? Either one, you're hiding something from me and I don't need to know everything, but there's something that is taking your time enough that you're not fulfilling your part of the blueprint that you made. Or I can see in plain sight where your priority is, and now I have every fucking reason to ask you, why would you come and present this to me while you're clearly preoccupied doing something else that has higher priority? It's right there in front of my face. And so I ask patiently, calmly, but analytically. And once again, you will see them roll out the blue paper, and they will sharpen their tools, and they will right here and right there, and right, pulling out the fucking ruler, am so, so sorry. I'm not trying to not make you feel important. I'm not trying to hurt you. There's just been a lot of things going on. And then, you get the whole spiel of why they keep trying to reassure you, but not doing anything about it. And that's usually where it can go two ways, right? You look at the blueprint, and now you have to make a decision. Do I believe this bullshit? And more often than not, once again, providing more and more and more, and it becomes more complex and more detailed and way bigger than what we started at, because now they also have to repent, right? They have to prove that they are not liars and manipulators. So we look at it and go, shit, okay, now this is maybe even more than I can do. And that's usually what I do. If I'm like, this makes no sense that you're saying all these things when you can't even be at, like, let's look at Blueprint 1. Sorry. You can't even do Blueprint 1. Like, if we take the overall time that you've put in, you wouldn't even have been able to do this on Blueprint 1. Oh no, but I promise you, I want this. Okay? This is where I have usually been more callous and cold and said, you know what, fuck it. Let's just drop it. It's not worth it. My time is not endless. My faith in people runs only as far as what they prove. This is where the online aspect has come in. I've gotten soft, and it's not for the worse, but it has been more hurtful. I've not benefited enough from it. Thought I would, but me embracing and being open-minded, being patient, being considerate has now left me back with an emotion that is one that's triggering a lot of fucking anger. And I look at it, and there's a common pattern online: quantity over quality, lack of trust, lack of effort, taking on more than you can handle, priorities being all fucked, selling points and blueprints that are seemingly impossible to get a goal with when you look at the opposite side of the fucking work. It's like, in certain areas, I have felt like I have worked so goddamn hard that not only have they not laid a single fucking brick or hammered one fucking nail into the wood, into the planks, I'm running fucking out of material to build with, and they haven't even gotten off their ass and realized that there's not even enough material to go out and grab something new. And then when you try to talk and you try to have a conversation, you see focus is everywhere but the building lot that you invested in with them. I've been harsh on streaming, on streamers, on VTubers, on internet communities. And the reason why I'm harsh on it is because it's all fucking time waste. And yes, time waste can be good. Gaming is time waste. You're not getting anything productive out of this shit. Streamers do not contribute to anything positive to this world on a long-term basis. It's like me watching the fucking new Toy Story movie. Yeah, I'm gonna have a great time the 2.5 hours or however long the fucking movie is, but it's not something that's gonna contribute to me on an overall state where I'm like benefiting massively from anything. And it's okay. As I said, sometimes we will have that where it's just to take a break. You see, the majority issue that I have is that once that it becomes a thing where those things bill more than what is important, real life, real people, deep connections, quantity is now the higher value contributor to your life. And if you go around and sell to other people that quality is more important, and especially to a singular person, that they are the most important thing, or that they are one of the most important things, but you are not showing that consistently, you're a fucking asshole. And this is where I look around. I look around me and I'm seeing, okay, can I relate? Can I relate to all of these things that all of these people are doing? And I can't. It doesn't mean that I'm a better person. It doesn't mean that I have more depth or that I am stronger or more wise. But to me, it's not for me to live my life like that. I don't care if I have 8 people in my fucking Discord list who text me every other week. I don't give a fuck about how many friends I have on my friend list, how many viewers I have, how many fucking watches my videos, listens to my music, shows up for my streams when I stream once in a blue moon. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is if there's certain people who show up when they got the time. Am I a priority? And if they show up, I know everything is good. This is not a shot on anybody. I know where I have. But the truth is that I'm not looking for a big audience. I'm not looking for support in places that, like, support is always nice, and being a supportive person, I'm here for it, but that's where I'm different. Where a lot of streamers will look to have their numbers boosted, I don't, because I don't want to be having somebody in my life who claims that I'm incredibly important when I can see that they are everybody's biggest fan. You see, the people that I have close in my life and the people who matters to me, I want to be their biggest fan as they're my biggest fan. I don't need a shit ton of other people to validate me, and I don't need someone in my life who runs to every fucking person that they can to try and elevate their lives and try to show support is one thing, but like if you are the exact same person or close to, you spend the majority of your time there, I can't do that. It's so far from who I am as a person. That's the lighter version. I watch around me, I see what I have, I see the people that I interact with, I see what my close ones are doing. The majority of those are doing streaming or trying to grow in that world and hanging around with people that just, yeah, I can't do that. I'm tired. I open my Twitter and I get depressed every fucking time. I see VTubers being whores and like everybody's shocked. I see deluded assholes trying to defend these fuckers, and like I see serious health conditions being used as excuses for people acting like assholes and being cunts and talking badly, and like it's a world that I don't want to live in. That's the truth. And that's when I knew that things were getting to a point where I'm not where I need to be. I'm getting affected by it. I watched Yiming showing up on my page and people criticizing her, and I'm getting angry, genuinely angry about this cunt having thousands upon thousands of viewers that worship her like she's the goddess of some fucking cult type religion where delusion is like the main order of the fucking dinner table. And I'm like, people are eating this shit raw, and it terrifies me that a deluded cunt like Pokimane can be a source of people buying into it. And I can't do that. I just can't. I wake up angry, I go to bed angry, I look at certain people and I'm I'm not even angry, I'm just disappointed. I'm hurt. Truly. I've had dreams, a few hours that I sleep in average. I've had spiritual dreams. I don't do that. But there are things that I need to do. And whatever that means, it means whatever it means. I cannot sit here and give you a reading of the future. I cannot sit here and unfold a saga that's not been written yet, hasn't been played out. This is the coward's way out. I'm sharing this with everybody, but I also know that my shit is getting shared and shouted out, all this stuff. And there's no reason for that. I'll pop up when I want to pop up, show my face when I want to, but for now, for a long time, many years, I have played the part of the pensman. Been writing the stories and trying to spread the word. You see, it's not who I've always been. I've always had the urge to go back and be the warrior on the front lines. I've always wanted to go back to where blood was flowing. Be with my brothers in arms. Whatever that meant. And I know it sounds crazy. I know a lot of people will not understand this. It's a whole different level of so I don't blame you one bit. It's something I gotta do. Trust me when I say, when people have asked me, are you okay? Where are you at? I haven't been online for a long time. All these different things. It's, that's why. But what I will say is that I've not lied. I've told you I've been okay and I've been busy. It's truth. I have done a lot of thinking in solitude. I've sat with those dreams, those visions, those messages. That's what I take them as. And I needed to go to a place that I've been calling in a very, very long time, and needed to resolve some things before I knew what to do. And I think it's time. So I don't know what the future holds. I'm not saying that I'm not going to upload a video within this month or next month, or this month might be a stretch. It's the 21st. I don't know if I'm back within a month. I don't know if I'm back within 2 months. I'm not even saying that I'm fully gone. I might pop into a stream here and there, but truth be told, I think the whole content creating scene is It's a closed chapter for me. We'll at least Twitch. I think that's also why my EP is I used this meme sticker in loving memory, but I think it was fitting. I don't know. We'll see. Wherever the winds take me. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, I know it was a long video about everything and nothing. And as I said, I know that this is something that's not resonating with a lot of people. And I know that some people are probably sitting after this and be like, wow, he hates me. Wow, he just described me. And like, some of the close ones I have will be like, wow, motherfucker, you didn't reach out personally and all these different things. But yeah, anyways, thank you for being here. As I said, it is the coward's way out, but truth be told, I don't know what to come and say to you. I don't know. I didn't even know what to say here. It's not like I feel like I've played a character or that I haven't been myself lately. Because I have. I am me. But the urges and now these feelings of dreams and I don't know, I think I'm fucking crazy. I might be. I might just be. We'll see what happens. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna do any corny outro. Fuck the catchphrases. Anyways, I appreciate you all. Thank you for being the winds in my sails. Thank you for allowing me to travel on your seas, your waters, and show a glimpse of who I am. As I said, I don't know where this takes me, but it's gotta take me somewhere. I appreciate you. I will see you whenever.